Gemini, welcome back. Today I'm doing a reading for July 11th until July 17th, winding down the end of Cancer season. And we are going to look at what needs your focus and your attention right now. I am going to pull 6 cards, same as last week, so a little bit of a different format again, but I liked how the energy flowed, and I think we still got a really nice comprehensive reading that way. This is, of course, still a general reading, so it just might not resonate for you, which is fine. We are focused exclusively on getting into your higher vibes, so just take what resonates for you, take what serves you, and let go of the rest. I'm dealing with some construction noise today and a lot of sirens, so if you hear anything in the background, I do apologize. Let's see what needs Gemini's attention right now. Okay, Gemini, overall energy that we need to be focusing on right now is the Fool, okay? So where are we needing to just be able to jump back into something? Where are we needing to be able to just kind of flow with reckless abandon right now? And when I say reckless abandon, I just mean, throwing ourselves into it in a way that says, what will be, and I'm comfortable with whatever the outcome is. It's interesting because I know we're all just going through the end of this pandemic, of this COVID time, of a long stretch for many people with a lot of isolation from one another. And I can see that being part of your struggle you're dealing with, Gemini. I mean, inherently you are, I would say, the most social of all of the signs. Inherently, you like to be, in conversation. You like engaging with new ideas. So you like to engage with new situations and people. And this past, almost 2 years, year and a half of COVID pandemic has really limited your ability to do that with people in a meaningful, like one-on-one, face-to-face sort of way. So we see you feeling, isolated right now. We see you feeling unable to really share with others in the ways that you want to. And now that we're coming out of that, it's like I'm able to find some of that balance again, but I'm feeling weird. I'm feeling off. Maybe you're having trouble with that reintegration process, and it's making you consider that, has something of myself been lost a little bit in the last year and a half? Am I myself right now? Because I don't feel like myself, but it's because I haven't been able to engage with people in the ways that I most enjoy for a long time now, and I'm feeling uncomfortable. So we might see you here considering some therapy, some coaching, some outside advice from others that'll make you feel better, because I think you're struggling with some thoughts that are not true, okay? We have a lot of thoughts that surface for us day to day that aren't rooted in reality. They're not even rooted in our own opinions. They just surface, and sometimes we latch onto them, and that puts us in a position where we're like gaslighting ourselves. And I think that that's happening a little bit for you here. You're needing to work through it. You're wanting to be able to like put yourself back into the world in the same ways you used to, with that sense of abandon. But you're having a little bit of trouble moving forward on that, which I think is totally fair and understandable considering the last year, year and a half, 2 years that we have been dealing with. Let's take a look at the Fool energy. Oops. 2 of Inspiration, Knight of Emotions, and the Priestess. So you've been making some plans, Gemini here, when we got some real Pisces energy coming up. So I would say it's possible that you have a very close friend, or maybe your partner is Pisces or has Pisces in their chart. But you, I think, have been like talking and planning through this with them. Like, how am I going to throw myself back into things? Where do I need, some support, some comfort, some assistance to like get back to feeling okay with reintegrating with people in the ways that I want to. And I do think that you have a person in your corner who is aware that you're feeling not like yourself, that you're feeling like you need that bit more emotional support, or that you need, an accountability partner, a friend, to be with you, to hold your hand through it, to help you make a plan that's like, okay, we're going to go try to be at this event. And if you're feeling some kind of way, then here's our exit strategy. And I think that that's bringing you some comfort. Let's look at the Hermit down here in the advice. 4 of Inspiration, Justice, and the 5 of Emotions coming up here. Yeah. Huh, I get this, Gemini. You're feeling like, it's not fair. When you were somebody who used to love to come together with others, you used to love to go to parties, to celebrations, to like gatherings of people where you can all just like be together and enjoy it. And it's like, why do these things stress me out so much now? Why do these things make me sad? Why do they surface so many emotions for me? I used to love this. I used to thrive in these situations. I used to love being surrounded by people. And I just don't feel like it is fair. I don't feel like it's fair that I can no longer enjoy it. And I just want to remind you before we move forward, Gemini, that it's temporary, okay? If these were spaces that you thrived and felt really comfortable and confident in, it is okay and normal to now be in this period of needing, to re-expose yourself to it a little bit, to get your feet wet a little bit. Okay, you don't have to be expected to like behave and act and be exactly as you were pre-pandemic. Okay, you can now take a step back and say like, okay, who am I now? What have I learned over the last 2 years of being removed from people? And what feels safe for me? Maybe it's starting with a little dinner with friends, and then maybe it's graduating to like a little home dinner party with maybe 10 people. And then maybe it's stepping into going to a party or a function. It doesn't all have to happen all at once. Let's look at this Seven of Swords, Temperance, Ten of Emotions, and the Eight of Inspiration. Yeah, I think there's going to be a little bit of energy of 2 steps forward, 1 step back for you, Gemini. You're used to being able to do things in a very specific way and feel really comfortable in that. And for you, I think that has meant being able to be the life of the party, being able to be engaged in a party or in a large gathering and thrive in that energy and thrive in that space. And I do think that coming back to who you were, coming back to what felt like, that happiness and success and, comfort that you had before is going to come back, but it's going to take a little bit of time. It's going to take a little bit of patience, and it's going to take, taking action when you feel comfortable, when you feel inspired, when you feel like it's like a gathering that's really meaningful to you, it's a heavy part of your life, then like that little bit of just like the people there are people I care about. Or, my best friend is getting married. Of course I want to be there. So like those moments are going to help you with the exposure because you have a why, you have a purpose, you have an intention for exposing yourself to a situation that maybe right now you're not feeling very comfortable with. It is going to be a journey, okay? And if you are, working with a counselor, working with a therapist, or working with a confidant of some kind, then, don't be scared to talk about it. There's no shame in having fear. There's no shame in being cautious about reintegrating into society. I know there's so much pressure on all of us to feel like, we have to want things to be normal again, but things aren't necessarily normal, and it's okay to feel like they're not. I do love that there is somebody around you with a real nurturing energy who understands you and wants to help you find strategies for when you're out together. They want to be that support to you. So lean on that person, allow them to support you. Know that it's okay to like not feel the same right now about coming together with your friends, family, loved ones, whatever, as you did before. But just, repeated exposure when you feel inspired. And I think this week is probably going to offer you that opportunity. So be gentle with yourself and, go for as long as feels comfortable, or only go to the functions that have, a volume of people that feel comfortable, whatever that means to you. And just, be kind to yourself when you feel overwhelmed, okay? Don't be scared of removing yourself. Just, have positive interactions and experiences by having them when you feel like you're in a mindset to be able to take them on. I really hope this was helpful to you this week, Gemini. If it was, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't already, it would mean the world if you'd subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you back here next week.